Y en su bolsillo llevaba, y en su bolsillo llevaba, en su bolsillo llevaba la carta de Rogerio. Qué triste, qué triste, qué triste, cuando mi casa llegué.
Bien amigos, buenas tardes a todos. ¿Cómo se sienten? El día está precioso, hace un sol maravilloso, ¿verdad que sí? A la doctora Falu que se acerque para comenzar esta tarde.
Good afternoon, everybody. We are here to start what we call the campaign to announce the Legado Robado. And that phrase is so powerful because it's history what it's behind it. Everything that our ancestors produced that were never recognized in the schools, in the universities, everywhere where we are working, never was it exposed that our ancestors were great builders, great artists, great scientists. And we are determined to make sure that not only that is known, but that it is teaching all over the world, not only in the Americas, but in Europe, in Africa, in Asia, everywhere, so that the score is balanced and that the contribution that our ancestors did become a matter of record, and we can be proud of our heritage. We believe that racism and discrimination lies behind the secretive of what we produce and that was never recognized. And still to this day, here in America, we're living that every day. And therefore, we have here many, many important people that are working. And you know, this work is a work of sacrifice. Most of the time, nobody gives money when you want to talk of racial discrimination or African heritage. So we're doing this on a voluntary basis, most of the time in the evening, working tremendously. So I really want you to give a round of applause to everybody who has helped, who has some money. So I'm not going to be listing the names because some of them you're going to hear in a few moments. So give them a big round of applause. We have 150 million blacks living throughout Latin America and the Caribbean. And of course in Brazil there are 50 million, in Colombia 12 million. I already gave lectures in Venezuela, in Colombia, and in Peru. And the people are in such a need for help. But first, we need to help them to read and to become conscious of so many of the things that here in America are already available. And for that, we put a demonstration of over 70 books that you could take a look at. So now, with great pleasure, I bring Felix Miranda. Felix presents the group of Honduras, the Garifuna. And of course, there are two groups in the Bronx working very hard. One, the leader is Maria Maximo, and we're going to present very shortly the husband who directs a ballet and a dancing group from Garifunas, and also Pablo Torres, who is chair of the Honduras parade. Felix Miranda, let's give him a big round of applause.
Dr. Falu, thank you very much. And good evening to the brothers and sisters here. Kindly give yourselves a round of an applause for being here. Because that was a sacrifice from you. Normally before I speak, I greet my listeners, Ida Lili Hahari Wayuno. Now that is Garifuna language. Ida Lili Hahari Wayuno. I greet you in the name of the spirit of our ancestors. And today, particularly our ancestor, Arthur Schomburg. I think he will be very happy today. I guess that many of you have not heard about the Garifuna people. So therefore the question is, what is Garifuna? You may be familiar with the term black Caribs. That is the term that the Europeans gave our people. But we call ourselves Garifuna, and we still do. Garifuna people is a pre-Columbian people. As a matter of fact, those who have studied the history of the motherland knows about the brother called Abu Bakari II, who is the brother of Mansa Musa. It is from those Africans that we, the Garifuna people, came. And that's the reason why the language is still maintained. We speak in Garifuna, we sing in Garifuna, we write books in Garifuna, although we learn other languages. What about the Garifuna people? When Abu Bakari and his men came between the years of 1301 and 1311, one of the islands they inhabited was, to us, Yurumai. To the Europeans became St. Vincent and the Grenadines in 1797. And it was on this island that the Garifuna people created the Garifuna nation, and treaties that were signed between this nation and the eight nations, the great nations of France and Great Britain, attest to the fact that there was a Garifuna nation. But then, as you may know, there was war going on in Europe. Monies were being spent on war. It's a very expensive thing to do. And therefore they have to replenish the treasury. Sugarcane was the big thing. In Yuruma, even today, in the Caribbean, you will get the highest yield per acre on sugarcane on the island of Yuruma, which is now called St. Vincent. As a result of that, war ensued between the Garifuna nation and the British. And in 1797, we lost the war. Now what did Britain do? Britain decided to get 11 ships, gather those people who have lost this war, the Garifuna nation, and exile them as refugees to a small island off Roatan, off Honduras, called Roatan. It is from this island in 1797 that the Garifuna people spread throughout Central America, in Belize, in Honduras, in Nicaragua, and in Guatemala, and later on into the United States. Now I am from Belize. I am a Garifuna from Belize. Yet, I can go to any one of these countries, and you will never know the difference when I am among my people. Because we only speak Garifuna among ourselves and no other language, even up to today. Now what has this done to the Garifuna people and to the African spirit in the Caribbean and in Central America? I applaud the brothers when they define themselves or redefine themselves. We were lucky that we continue to define ourselves as Garina. We never lost it, fortunately. So what this has done for a people is bolster those people towards the struggle that they have to regain from Britain what they lost some 204 years ago. Now what have we done? The World Garifuna Organization, of which I am the Secretary General, are now preparing documents because we are challenging Great Britain for reparation on behalf of the Garifuna nation. Why is this? Because what happened to the Garifuna people has been determined by the legal minds as crimes against humanity. And if you commit a crime against humanity, then that is a reparable crime. As a matter of fact, I was at the United Nations yesterday. You may have heard that there was a global conference on indigenous peoples. The Garifuna case was presented, and it will be presented to the International Forum at the United Nations in May of this year. Nidume, my people, I cannot tell you how to feel to be you. The strongest, I guess it is the all-encompassing strength that one has. When you have not forgotten your spirituality, we don't call religion in Garifuna. Our Dugu is spirituality. That is our ancestral worship. Dugu, that's how we call it. We do not call it religion. Other people call it religion. Now why don't we call it religion? If you look at the word religion, it comes from the word relics. We have no relics in our temple in Dugu. What we do is summon the spirits of our ancestors and then we communicate with them. So they're not relics, they're there. And your dance in your language, your music in your language, your food, those things encompass your entire you. In the next month, I will be traveling to Nicaragua because, as I said before, the Garifuna people are now spread throughout Central America. Now that nation has been fragmented geographically, but in spirit it has not yet been, because we are all Garina when we identify as such. And I will be attending the 3rd World Garifuna Organization General Assembly, in which I will be giving a report on the proceedings that took place at the United Nations throughout this weekend, and also to hear reports from other representatives coming from St. Vincent, which is Uruguay, Honduras, Nicaragua, Belize, and Guatemala, and the United States. There will be 3 delegates from the United States. So it has been a pleasure for me to have been invited here to share with you that there is an African people in the so-called New World. Ayahawa ayanwe herero, ayahawa adadawo hadadawo, ayahawa abinahe habinaha, ayahawa ege hegi, ayahawa adrile hadule kayabatri. I am happy that I have shared myself and my people with you to identify that there is an African people in this hemisphere who still maintain an African culture, an African language, African self, and everything. If you have any questions for me later, I'll be glad to answer them. Thank you very much.
Gracias, Guayama. Bien, ya estamos llegando prácticamente al final de nuestro y hemos invitado a este grupo de garífunas, algo tan especial, y esperamos que su director nos presente al grupo.
Gracias. Muy tierra madre. Es posible que nosotros no bailemos mucho. Simplemente vamos a hacer algunas pequeñas demostraciones de la parte artística y dancística, percusión, musical de la cultura garífuna. Con ustedes vamos a tener la demostración de la danza ritual La Punta. La Punta, dentro de la comunidad garífuna, dentro de la cultura, no es un baile, es una danza ritual se ejecuta dentro de nuestras comunidades cuando fallece una persona. A veces la gente dice, ¿por qué esos negros están bailando? Parece que están contentos porque se ha muerto alguien. No, simplemente es una ceremonia ancestral. Con ustedes, la demostración de la danza ritual punta. Esa es una pequeña demostración. Cuando el hombre negro era traído por los africanos en los barcos, las mujeres fueron separadas y los hombres fueron separados en los socavones. Cuando ellos querían estar cerca para ser más negritos, no podían. Entonces ellos empezaron haciendo esto. Con ustedes, zumba. Hicimos como 1000 en ese momento. Como ustedes pueden ver, los instrumentos. Tenemos un bajo. Tenemos un requinto. Tenemos un contrabajo. Tenemos también otro requinto. Tenemos el saxofón del africano. Escuchen cómo suena todo junto. Cuando los españoles y los ingleses y los franceses estaban venciendo al negro en la guerra, vino una mujer y le dijo a otro negro que era su rey, ¿por qué estos ingleses nos están matando? ¿Qué estrategia tienen ellos para destruirnos? Entonces la mujer le dijo, mira, yo tengo una estrategia para matar a estos franceses. Como tú no eres tan hombre, dame el pantalón y yo te doy el vestido. Por eso las mujeres son tan bufonas, porque siempre tienen buenas ideas. Vino el hombre, cogió la idea de la mujer, se vistió de mujer y empezó a pelear contra los franceses. Y así fue como nosotros los negros, hoy que estamos en América, libramos una parte de esa batalla. Y todavía, después de tantos años, seguimos manteniendo nuestra lengua, nuestra danza, nuestra religión, y eso nos hace orgullosos de ser un grupo étnico bien específico en América. Gracias. Con ustedes, el Guanaragaba. Gracias. Ahora vamos a manejar una pequeña percusión. El que quiera bailar con nosotros, que baile con todos los instrumentos.
bailando.